Episode 11 of The Way It Is features footage shot on one fall morning at the world-famous Horseshoe Curve. We arrive around opening time at 9 a.m. and set up, first finding light helper set C61 heading west up the curve. Next, we find Amtrak 42, the eastbound Pennsylvanian, with 7 cars trailing behind Amtrak 145, one of the 40th anniversary units, recreating the Phase 3 Amtrak paint scheme. The Phase 3 Heritage unit blends nicely with the Phase 3B paint on the Viewliner 2 baggage car. Another helper set comes downhill. You may be wondering why the dispatcher would send one helper set in each direction. Such things are not for us to know. Next up, we have 2 trains meet right in front of us. 36A, daily manifest traffic from Conway Yard to Edgemore Yard in Delaware, and 13V, a daily manifest bound for Conway from Enola Yard in Harrisburg. Both trains have work in Altoona's Rose Yard near our filming location. An NS high rail truck heads down the curve on Main 3. Next, we find NS train 594, loaded coal out of Shire Oaks Yard south of Pittsburgh, bound for Baltimore, Maryland, for export. Just as 594's helpers clear our position, working in full dynamic braking down the roughly 1.3% grade, counterpart train 595 appears, bringing empty export coal cars back to Shire Oaks. Next up is a series of intermodal trains, starting with priority symbol 25G, daily traffic from Harrisburg Intermodal for 47th Street Yard in Chicago. Next is train 258, bound for Rutherford Yard from Kansas City Volts Yard, followed east by 20H, another priority symbol, this time from 55th Street Yard in Chicago to the Harrisburg Intermodal Terminal. Finally, 22M comes east from Chicago's Park Manor Yard to Morrisville, Pennsylvania. 22M is the only one of these 4 trains that doesn't originate or terminate in Harrisburg, but it does work the yard there before continuing on. Our last catch as the sun moves behind the trains is 32A, daily manifest traffic out of Conway Yard for Abrams Yard in King of Prussia. 32A is relief traffic for train 38G, and has a few interesting cars in tow this day, including a bright Amtrak ballast hopper and an old Southern Pacific Hydro Cushion boxcar.
Lose headlights.
Horseshoe Curve is a wonderful place to safely watch trains, relax, and meet new people with an interest in trains, as well as a must-do trip for any railfan. Thanks for watching.